There are some principles and morals that the kind of system we are running on cannot support that kind of moral or principle. You understand? I'll give you a story about when I was doing my internship as a pharmacist, as an intern pharmacist in one of the teaching hospitals in this country. I won't mention the name yet. So part of the orientation they gave us before we started, part of those things they tell you when you are coming in as a new person, as a new intern, you know, intern is like the interns are just like people who have graduated from, school. I graduated from a pharmacy school, so you just go for a 1 year internship program in the, in a teaching hospital or in a federal medical center or thereabout. So you go and then it's like a 1 year, practice. You get paid and all that. So just in case you don't know what that means, so part of the orientation they give us, there are this group of people in the hospital I served. We call them attendants. If you go to other hospitals, they might be calling them other names. How disorganized the whole system is. So, but what these attendants do is, what the attendants do is, they take care of some kind of difficult, let's say like some kind of odd jobs. Let me just use the word odd jobs. You know, they help to run errands for pharmacists, doctors, and nurses. They clean. Whenever our supplies come, drug supplies, they are the ones who carry them, load them, transport them, and take them to various units. They do difficult jobs, you understand? And also the cleaners in the hospitals too. They do difficult jobs and all that. It's not easy to do those jobs. You understand? So part of the orientation they gave us was these people you are seeing. uh the senior pharmacists there, they'll come and tell us these people you are seeing, these cleaners, they'll come and be asking you for drugs. So don't give them. Don't give them. I was like, okay, we thank God. Very big problem with this pattern. First of all, the whole idea is if you give them the drugs, you are going to go in for it, you are going to be penalized. You understand? Um, but the problem goes beyond this. This is a bigger problem than just that. You understand? Than just saying, once you have given them drugs, the hospital drugs, and when they come to ask for it, you have done bad, you should be penalized, something like that. It's a crime. It's an hospital, a workers, civil service crime, or whatever, however you want to put it. You understand? So, but the system is the one at fault. The system that's kept these people in a situation where they will always have to come and beg for drugs. And sometimes when they come to you, you cannot deny the fact that this is a genuine need. This is a genuine need, just that they cannot afford it. The kind of system that will make people work like that for 8 hours, 6 hours in a day, difficult jobs, carrying this one from here to here, sending them on errands, scolding them here and there. But then they are not getting enough pay. They still come to beg for drugs and want to make it look like it's their fault when the system is failing. The system is supposed to guarantee that basic needs of people like that should be met from the kind of pay that they receive. It's a systemic failure. You cannot come and blame somebody, maybe an intern pharmacy or somebody who decides to just help in some situation. Yeah, it might look like a crime because the principle is we don't dash drugs here, but the system itself is a big failure. How you know it's a big failure is those in charge of procurement of these drugs, those that are in charge of procurement, they do their own corruption there, but they'll be the one to come and tell you, don't give these poor people these drugs. That was a systemic failure. That is a systemic failure. That people working for 6 to 8 hours in a day in a country, in a hospital, cannot afford to treat themselves when they are sick. When they come to you, some of them are very, corny, I know, but some come with very genuine needs. You know that this is a genuine need. And then you come and be refusing. Eh, which can be very, painful sometimes if you have a conscience. So this is a systemic failure, a system that will, push, some kind of work. Now you might come and be saying they didn't go to school; it's their fault. That is why they're on that level. Okay, if they didn't go to school, will you come and employ them and give them that kind of job? Won't you go and employ a graduate and give them that kind of job? You are using their time. They are investing their time, in operating the whole system. This goes for all areas. Is it in academics? Is it in the insecurity? Look at the police. How much are they paid? So you come and employ them, and you are not ensuring that what they need, all their basic needs are being met. Now, you that is a pharmacist or a doctor or whatever in the hospital, that like looking down on these people or scolding these people. How much are you even earning? Is your money decent enough to meet with the kind of job you are doing? So we should look into the system. We should look into the system and ensure that the smallest of professions, the smallest of jobs, everybody that is coming out to do something that contributes to the running of this system is well taken care of. Is well taken care of. This kind of system that we are running now is the kind of system that just keeps us in a state where we always try to look for the blame, try to look for somebody among us, we that are being oppressed. We look for somebody among us to blame for the oppression. We look for some group of people. He said that these ones, they didn't go to school. Let them be doing the cleaning job. We'll pay them the list of money. When they come to beg for drugs, we'll not give them. It's their fault. Meanwhile, there are people at the top who are causing all these problems, even at the top of the hospital, within the hospital. I'm not even talking about government yet. The CMDs, the that. There is corruption there. There's corruption there too. You come and be blaming attendants and cleaners for coming to beg for drugs. Do you want them to die? They don't have any option. They'll come and beg you. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So, what me I'm advocating for is fairness in payments of wages for both the clean. But no matter the kind of job you are doing, you are cleaning, you are running errands, you should be well paid because that is your time. Time and money. Your time should be valued. You understand? The fact that somebody did not go to school does not mean that he does not have his own kind of intelligence. If you are going to employ the person and take that person's time, you should pay for the time. This goes for all the sectors, the security, education. It's an hungry man that will take a gun and just shoot somebody that is a suspect like that. Somebody that is a suspect that is telling you, I'll confess. Maybe probably somebody must have paid the police. Kill that boy, he's carrying evidence. I'll give you so money. Hunger will make him shoot that boy. That is the system. Everybody has to be taken care of. Everybody has to be taken care of. If not, you cannot avoid crime. So some of these principles they tell us, don't give them drugs, don't do this one, don't do this one, don't do that one, might not hold in this system. This system cannot support some principles. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So things will keep falling apart until everybody is well taken care of. Thank you. Peace.